Hey guys, today we got Rose Thornberry on with us. Rose, thank you for coming on the show.
Of course, no problem. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. So Friday, your new EP came out, correct?
Correct.
Uh,
Came out Friday.
Anything you want to share with that about it? About it?
I mean, it's just a very upbeat, very uplifting, sexual type of creative EP, and it's my first EP of all ever. It's my debut
Holla.
project ever. I haven't released a project. I've only released singles,
Okay.
so it was really exciting to finally release a project. So yeah, and it's called Mango Juice.
Mango Juice, of course. Yeah, I've been listening to it on repeat for ever since it came out.
That makes me
Uh,
so happy.
yeah, it's been phenomenal. And sitting
Had a
down
bunch of
here in
people
my
I've had a bunch of people say, why didn't you make it longer or something like that? I was like, I was trying to start off small, but maybe
hey,
there's a deluxe in the future.
for sure, for sure. Uh, so talking about your EP, what would you say is your favorite song that you came out of that record?
Favorite song out of that?
Yeah.
You know what? I've had a bunch of people ask me this in the last couple days, and it really has changed on a daily basis. But the one song that always like just makes me feel good, like I don't know, it's just might be the harmonies or just the actual hook of it is Freshly Cut. And then my second favorite is probably Sweet. Like those two are the ones that like really, I don't know, they like I always go to those. Those are like my
Yeah.
very much my go-to ones, and also those were the easiest ones to write. So I feel more connected to them because of how easily the like lyrics came out and everything. So yeah, those two for sure.
Yeah. Sweet's one of my favorite ones on
Yeah.
there too. Uh, Got to go with the title track, Mango Juice, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very good feel to it.
Thank
Uh, so with this being your first EP, first project out, uh, how did you start getting into music?
So professionally or just generally?
Let's go generally.
So I have been into music since I was younger. Like I've always wanted to sing. I've always loved singing. But I had really bad stage fright, so I would always be like singing, but in public I'd be the one in the background, you know. So I never wanted to be the center of attention, but my music teachers always knew I could sing. I just was very shy about doing it in front of people. So ultimately that goes back to just confidence and everything.
Right.
But as I grew up, I started to like really question like why am I letting people I barely even know judge my voice when I know I'm good, basically. So I stopped doubting myself, and I stopped letting other people's maybe opinions, not even their opinions, like maybe their opinions, dictate what I wanted to do, which was singing. So yeah, I started professionally like in depth singing a little over a year now. So,
All
but I've been singing since I was like 5 years old.
right. Well, by the EP, you can't even tell that it's your first project. It's so good.
Thank you.
Uh, what do you say were some of your major influences in writing your music and just your EP in general?
So in general, Janae Aiko is one of my major influences. Um, let's see. I would say I love the energy of Janis Joplin. I love the soul of Jimi Hendrix. I love Aretha Franklin. I love her. Just people that show a lot of emotion in their music is what I gravitate towards, because I
Okay.
feel like that I can feel that in my soul more than other artists. Don't get me wrong, like I love catchy songs too, but those don't move me in the way like emotional songs do and like really in-depth lyrics do. So yeah, those are like the main artists I look to, not only for like music but also how they carry themselves. So
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure. I think it's very important as well to have a message with your music, not just out there doing nothing or just
exactly.
putting out substance just to have substance.
Yeah,
Uh,
a lot of times nowadays people are just looking to get that catchy beat and then not say anything on the actual
right.
instrumental. Like they'll just say things that people can catch on to, which is all okay, but it's like don't you want to make more from
Right.
it?
Why don't you like branch out
Yeah,
and
it
not
can't be your
just
only form of like the music, you know?
right,
But
right.
never,
Yeah.
everyone's cup of tea.
So I saw you had a couple artists with you on your EP.
Right.
Um, but somebody sits you down, says you can have any artist in the world that you can collaborate with. Who would you pick?
That's so hard. I want to pick Janae because that's just like a must. I want to do that one day. I would love to work with Lucky Day.
Okay.
I feel like he'd be a great artist to work with. Um, I'll do a male and a female. So
All
female,
right.
Janae, Aiko. Male right now would be Lucky Day. So
All
those are
right.
my two.
So I know you're kind of still coming up in music industry and stuff, just trying to grow your fan base and stuff. Somebody, if you met somebody on the street and they were asking you, what is your music like? What do you describe it as in 3 words or 2 words or
Alternative, I would say, okay, I would say alternative retro R&B because I use like instrumentals that have like retro sounds to them, and they're also R&B, but they're alternative in the way I deliver, I guess you could say.
all right, yeah.
I guess I could say alternative retro R&B. Kind of my own genre. I created my own genre.
Hey, breaking down walls.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh, you so with your fans that have already listened to your stuff, what is one thing that you would like to share with them? Like one message?
That I've already listened to my stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Um, I mean, obviously keep listening if it's moving you in a way that is positive. Because my goal when making music is always to uplift people and to make people feel a certain way that they didn't feel before. Um, so I would just tell them like, keep listening. Let me know what you think. I love hearing what people think, like how they interpreted my basic because music is art. So how they interpreted the art, what they felt when they heard it. I honestly would just ask them a bunch of questions. I'd be the one asking a bunch of questions like, how did you feel when you were hearing this for the first time? What did you do after it? Did it make you feel some type of way? Like, I would ask them so many questions
Yeah,
just to get like an idea of how my music is delivered to people, I guess you could say.
right. I mean, that's important as an artist too. Just seeing how your music is coming across to people to make sure you're developing your sound in the way that speaks to people, not just
Exactly.
the way that you want it to be, but you want to engage with your fans. So yeah, I get that totally.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
uh, what? No, I couldn't go with that one. Got a little confused. Uh, aspiring musicians. Lots of people are trying to get into the music scene, trying to do their own music. Um, do you have any advice that you would give them?
Trying to get into music,
Yeah,
just be consistent and don't listen to what everyone is telling you. Like a lot of the time when I was first like just trying to get an idea of what I wanted, I was listening to too many people's opinions and I wasn't listening to my own. So it's really important to make sure you're happy with what you're doing and what you're making first because it's your name on it. It's your product. It's your soul basically being given to the rest of the world. And also, get your BMI, get your ASCAP, get like, get the credentials right for yourself. So therefore you're more of an informed artist and not a naive artist. Because I feel like a lot of times people don't sign up for those things and they don't get paid. And therefore people take advantage of them because they don't technically have the credentials. They're just on the like platforms and that's it. Um, so yeah, I would say that as well. And just yeah, be yourself. It's
for
like
sure.
if you're not yourself, then you're not going to end up loving what you do. So,
Yeah, of course. Uh, going down the road, uh, moving on and farther into your career as a musician, Uh, what are some big goals that you have and like accomplishments you want to achieve?
Ooh, I want to achieve a lot of things, but I also look at everything, every new thing that I accomplish as an achievement. So like I would take this EP as like a big achievement for me, and then like my first music video as a big achievement or something like that. But I would want to just be able to sell out arenas and like be heard, and like have people be moved by I honestly, my biggest goal is to have people moved in an uplifting way to my music, and like to be able to affect people in a way that help them through bad times or like terrible times, or even help them through a breakup or something like that. Like anything, any type of effect I could have on someone in a positive way. Like that's my biggest goal. It's not necessarily to win awards, not all of that. It's just is to affect people and to touch people, and to reach as many people as I can, in a way that's positive, basically.
For
So
sure.
yeah.
So, getting off the musical uh, train of thought, uh, what are
Ooh.
some like hobbies or interests that you have outside of doing music?
So fun fact about me is that I'm an architectural designer by day. Um, so I graduated with a bachelor's in architecture. So I wouldn't say that's a hobby of mine. I'd say it's like a source of income.
Oh yeah,
Um, but I mean, design has always been like my one of my biggest, I guess you could say, muses, or something like that. Like it's not really a hobby, but I've always loved design. I've loved painting, any type of design, like fashion, painting, anything like that, graphic design. So those, definitely graphic design. I make all my cover art because I love doing that. It's so much fun. But yeah, so any type of design for real. I love cooking. Cooking is so fun. And I have to cook because I'm a vegan, and a lot of restaurants have things I can eat. So I have to cook for myself most of the time. And yeah, those are like the main ones. And I love working out. Working out is fun. It always relieves stress, like yoga in the morning and stuff, and then going for runs. So
yeah,
those are my main ones.
yeah. See, we you had a lot in common until you said yoga, and I don't do yoga, so
Yoga is so good for the mind, the muscles, the
sure.
bones. It's so good. You should try it someday.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Maybe never. Um,
Maybe never.
uh, so where I know people want to look you up, want to listen to your music. Where can we find you?
So I'm available on all social media platforms except for Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I never have liked Twitter. But on Instagram, it's underscore Rose Thornberry, spelled exactly how it sounded. On Facebook, it's just Rose space Thornberry, like normal name. And then on YouTube, it's Rose Thornberry. It's really the same on all and everywhere. So it's really easy to look me up for real.
For sure.
And on all streaming platforms, my music's there. So
All
yeah.
right. So do you have any big plans coming up after this EP or?
So I'm gonna be doing two music videos off this EP. I'm not gonna say which tracks they're gonna be for, but
Ooh,
I am gonna do two music videos off of here, and then actually am working on a album right now with I'm collaborating with a good friend of mine, producer and songwriter, and that's gonna be coming out probably midsummer. So that's coming out, and then I'm gonna have another album coming out at the end of the year. So I'm gonna be pretty busy.
putting in the work. I like it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So anybody you want to give a shout out to, fans
Um,
and producers?
I mean, I'm just very grateful for the producers and the engineers that are around me. Like, I surround myself with very talented people. Actually, the person that mixed and mastered this entire EP, his name is Sam Watson. Very talented person. I had a good friend of mine, Third Son, produce Pressure on the EP, and obviously Raven, yeah, Bully on here, and honestly, just all the artists in Detroit. I'm always going to support the artists in Detroit. I could go on and on about artists in Detroit, like how many I know. that constantly inspire me. So, but those are the main ones from this project. And also my mom and my dad and my sisters.
Shout out to the family.
Always.
So, I know with the pandemic going on, not really a lot of live music going on around where I'm at.
Right.
How are things up in Detroit?
Um, so we have some live events, but usually they're very small. Um, and other ones are live streams. I personally don't like live streams unless they're pre-recorded because the sound always sounds so off. Like the
Yeah,
levels never sound right. They sound like how the versus battles sound, you know, like how they're like
right,
you can hear it, but you can't hear it right. And if
right.
you're singing to it, it doesn't sound right. So I think it's hard to be an artist right now and perform out in public. So yeah, it's not too bad, but it's not obviously how it was where there would be performances every night, like
Right.
available every night. Um, but yeah, that's how it is right now. Hopefully it gets better in the summertime. I feel
Yeah,
like it should,
it
but
should.
you never know.
I mean, we're dying for live music.
I know. So
Uh,
it live music honestly will always be my favorite because it's just like you hear more of how connected that artist is to the song in live performances, in my
yeah,
opinion. So hopefully it is available soon. I'm hoping, cross my fingers.
for
So
sure. Yeah, I know down here in St. Louis, we haven't really had much going on. Uh, just haven't really heard anything. Haven't really been able to go out and to the city lately. Just been busy and
have you guys
pandemic.
been like have you guys been like really shut down? Like I know we were shut down for a really long time.
Yeah, we were shut down for a good 2 months or so,
Oh, okay. We were
month
shut
and a
down
half.
for like we were shut down for like 4 months, 5 months.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm pretty sure that's how long we were shut down for. We shut down twice.
Okay.
So that's a long time. I've just realized how long we were shut down for.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's been a crazy year. Congrats
Yes.
on the EP. We're really looking forward to stuff you're coming out with soon. So we will have your links in the description for everyone to follow them there. Uh, Rose Thornberry, everybody. Rose, thanks for coming on.
Yes, no problem. It's been a great conversation. It was great meeting you.
Nice to meet
I
you as well.
look forward to more things from you and look forward to more things from me.
Yeah, for sure. We'll keep our eyes out and ears wide open for your new stuff. So,
Awesome.
all right.